you know. Um, Obsession is a topic that is not new to some people, but as far as I'm concerned, it is one of the key elements of growing your business in network marketing, one of the key elements of success in network marketing, and that's obsession. Okay. And I think about 2 years ago, I did a similar training to this, 2020, yes, 2 years ago, so I thought to revisit it now because it's of the essence. Secondly, because I know there are lots of people here who probably were around that period, but they've forgotten what they learned in that era 2 years ago. And also, finally, because we have so many new, brand new teammates in the meeting. So I thought this was very, very necessary to do. Okay. So that's why I said you must do reminders on your group chat so that everybody can be here and then you can learn as much as possible. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen now. First of all, I want us to understand that today's meeting is going to be very interactive. Okay. The beauty of this training was that it was when the first time I did it, it was blank. The training was blank. And then while I was speaking to teammates and all that during the meeting, we're filling up the spots, okay? So that way, so this training is actually from everybody's feedback. Please let me know in the comment section if you can see my slide. Let me know in the comment section. Can you see it? Quickly, please. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. Okay. So this is the topic Obsession Road to Millions. And like I said, it's one of the best trainings I have done in network marketing because it actually realigns your focus. Now, what I did was I've tweaked it in several ways to show what is currently happening. The new compensation plan, everything has totally changed. Okay, not 100%, but at least to an extent, a lot of things have changed. So I'm going to talk about that. Okay. But first of all, I want us to go to the comments and mention what does obsession mean. I already defined it in the training, but I also want to hear from you. When you say you're obsessed with something, what does it mean to be obsessed with something? Can somebody tell me quickly? What does obsession mean? Can you go to, like I said, today's meeting is going to be very, very interactive. So go to the comments and let me know. What does obsession mean? Quickly. Okay. Somebody says all in. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. What else? What does it mean to be obsessed about something? What does obsession mean? To be angry. Okay, that's an interesting one. To be angry. Okay. To be mad in love with something. Okay, means you cannot do without that thing. Fantastic. You're fully inside. Okay, something you can't do without. Okay, that's fine. Fully into an idea or a project. Okay, being totally in. Okay, being heads over heels. Okay, okay, fantastic. To be sold out to something, carried away, passionate, hungry for something, fully involved. Okay, okay, okay. To be possessed by something. I like that. Something you cannot do without, engrossed. Okay, fantastic. I love our definitions. To eat it, dream it, and do it. Okay, addicted. I like that. Totally committed. Now, so second question I'm going to ask us, based on these definitions that we have given in the comment section. Okay, someone said persistent occupation, loss of passion with something. Now, are we irrational occupation? Okay, that's a new one. Now, are we obsessed? Are you not? I want to say everybody speak for yourself. Are you obsessed about the business? Kindly let me know in the business. Please let me know in the comment section. Based on the definitions, that's why I first of all I did not put my own definition. I said I'm going to let you speak before I now ask this question. Based on all the things that you have said, madly in love, this one down. Okay, oh, it's interesting. Now the rubber is meeting the road. Are you obsessed about the business? Sincerely speaking, okay. Okay, somebody says yes, 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 I am. Okay, somebody says no, ma. Okay, very obsessed. Okay, that's interesting. No, not at all. Okay, I like that honest answer. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, yes, yes. And there's a lot in it. Okay. Yes, I really wanted to know more and understand more. Okay, yes, I'm obsessed. Yes, yes. Okay, so majority are saying yes, few are saying no. Okay, at least I appreciate the honest answer. Someone says, it's now I'm trying to be obsessed with the business. Okay, I like that. I'm obsessed because I can't do without it. Okay, fantastic. Now, why I'm asking is because I'm going to be defining obsession very soon, and then you decide if you actually are obsessed about the business. And I'm going to talk about what it means to be obsessed if you're doing it. Okay, I always start by asking the very famous question: what do you want from the business? I asked it about 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to ask again: what do you want from the business? What are the things that you want the business to actually do for you in the short run and in the long run? Go to the comments and let me know. Like I said, today's meeting is very, very interactive. We're going to be speaking a lot. Okay. What do you want from the business? What do you want the business to avail to you in the long run? Quickly. Let me know in the comment section. What do you want from the business? Okay. Quickly. Leverage. Okay. Financial freedom. Okay, that's nice. But I always say when you say financial freedom, that's a bit it's a bit unclear. What does financial freedom mean? Financial freedom is when your passive income exceeds your expenses. And what is passive income? The income you make whether you work or you don't work. The income you make when you're not working, when you're not doing anything, that's what they call passive income. So financial freedom is when that your passive income exceeds your expenses. Most people are doing just active income. They don't have any form of passive income. So the question I'm going to ask is, what does leverage mean? What does financial freedom mean? So for some people, financial freedom is when their passive income is 500,000 and they're financially free. For some people, if their passive income is 200K, they're financially free. But for some people, their passive income has to be 1 million for them to be financially free. So when you say, I want to achieve financial freedom, it's a very hard goal to achieve because you've not yet defined what financial freedom is to you. Do you understand that? Okay, so what do you want from the business? What are the things that you want the business to do for you, both in the long term and in the short term? Okay, the 3 freedoms: time freedom, financial freedom, health freedom. Fantastic. Okay, I want to tell the world that we wanted to millionaire, mentor, and creator. I like that. Okay, better life for myself and others. Okay, travel, make money for yourself and all of that. Okay, fantastic. Fulfillment while living a good life and impacting society. Okay, in the long run, I want to be a business mentor and philanthropist. Okay, I love that. Okay, in the short term and long term, I want to absolutely financial freedom, time for my health freedom. Okay, now, if you're obsessed about the business and you do the activities I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes, then all these things are going to be achievable for you. Now, let me start by, we're going to be doing a lot of comparison today. What does obsession mean? Let's define it at the beginning, okay? It means to preoccupy or fill the mind of someone continually and to a troubling extent. That troubling extent is worthy of note. When something fills your mind, it preoccupies your mind continually until you are troubled about it. To the point where if it's not going right, you're not okay. If something is not going well, you invite and you're not getting people to join the business, you can't even sleep properly. Or you set a goal and said, okay, this month of March, I'm going to earn at least 1 million. And then you earn 600K or 500, and you're saying, wow, why did I earn that money? What is wrong with me? Did I do something wrong? You begin to analyze. You are troubled. You don't just go on living life as usual. You set a goal, you don't hit the goal. You are sad, you're upset. What is going on? Is something wrong with me? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? That's what they call, you're obsessed about it to a troubling extent, continually. So it's not, some people are obsessed today and then tomorrow they're not obsessed. Next tomorrow they're obsessed. 1 week they've forgotten about the business. And then another week, they're obsessed. No. That's why they said continually. Do we understand that? Okay. So what is preoccupying your mind currently? Go to the comments and let me know. What are the things that are preoccupying your mind? Because our business is very jealous. Okay. And the human mind generally is jealous. It's very hard for you to be 100% preoccupied with two similar things. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible for you to be 100% preoccupied with something and then you're also 100% preoccupied with something else and they are similar. You can be 100% preoccupied with your family. Yes, you want to help your family, you want to help them grow, you want to help them succeed, and then you're also preoccupied with our business. They are two unrelated things, right? But then you cannot be 100% preoccupied. Okay, you have a particular job you're doing and you are giving it your 100%. You can't now give our business 100% as usual. Do you understand that? So two things cannot coexist. So what is currently preoccupying your mind? What are the things that you know? Honestly, like I said, today's meeting, we're going to be very honest. What is it that is currently preoccupying your mind? Okay. How can I break through? Okay. Inviting, I like that. Building and keeping momentum. Somebody says food. Okay, that's nice. I like that honest answer. Okay, food. Okay, so it means that if you're supposed to have a you invited a lot of people for presentation, and then your friend calls you and tells you, there's one party I'm going for, there's going to be food, enough drinks, you can actually abandon your prospect and go there. Okay, I like that honest answer. Okay, what else? What's preference? One is social media and then keeping momentum. Okay, this is my business and my job. Okay, social media. Okay, to build my business. Okay, how to succeed in business, paying of debts, the issues of life. Telling my business, my success story as soon as possible with people that are in and outside the business. Okay, what else? Okay, self-discipline. Okay, that's interesting. Prospects are preoccupying your mind. My school. Okay, grinding effectively. My job and it sucks. Okay, Making money, okay. How to break through in the business, my work. Presidential election. Okay. Obina, presidential election is happening in 2023. Oh. This is 2022, almost a whole year, and you're preoccupied by what's happening in a year's time. You know, let me tell you something that I realized recently, and it just made me sit up a bit more. Okay. I was discussing with somebody, and he said that the way Nigeria is going, the people who are supposed to fix Nigeria, the people who are supposed to be obsessed about fixing Nigeria, making our roads work, making our security better, you know, protecting lives and properties, protecting our airspace and all that. These people are currently preoccupied with 2023 election. What is on their minds? And I'm going to tell you this so that you understand, because some of you are waiting for the government for things to change. They are preoccupied with 2023 election, securing a ticket, securing a space for themselves. That's what they are preoccupied about. 2023. What am I going to run for? Oh, now I'm I'm going to run for Senate. I'm going to run for House of Rep. Oh, who do I remove? Okay, these people are contending for this same position at the Northeast. Okay, I want to take over those people. I want to outshine them, kick them out, and then take their seats. Oh, this person has been a governor for 8 years. Okay, it means that it's time for me to be governor. I want to be governor. They are making deals. They are not preoccupied. You see all this bombing, killing, they are not preoccupied. Maybe a part of their mind is trying to solve the problem, but majority of their mind is not trying to solve the problem. They are preoccupied with what? Solving their own personal problems, which is what? 2023 election. So if you understand that the people who are supposed to solve these problems are not trying to solve the problems right now, maybe after 2023 they'll try. It means that between now and next year, you have to make a way for yourself. It means that between now and next year, you have to be preoccupied with helping yourself succeed in this business. Do we understand that? Because the good thing about our business is different regimes have come and gone, and our business has been constant. It has been constant. It has remained the same. Again, we have been growing in leaps and bounds. So the good thing is that the political climate or not doesn't really affect our business so much, because we have decided that we will not occupy ourselves with that. If you understand this truth, go to the comments and say, I understand. Because most people do not understand yet. You know, when us that are in Abuja headquarters, we go around Abuja, and what we are seeing is we are seeing flyers. I don't know how many of you, whether it's happening in your state as well. We are seeing flyers. Today, this person wants to become president, that person wants to become president. As in, I'm like, these people are not even, is that the issue right now? People are dying in Benue, dying in Kaduna, dying everywhere, and all they are concerned about is, but guess what? If you understand it, then your job is to be obsessed about something that can help you solve that problem. Because when you're financially free in our business, it gives you succor from whatever is happening in the country. And like I said a while back, I said, God forbid if anything happens, if there's an issue or there's a problem or something happens, do you have enough money to carry your family to Ghana or to Benin Republic? Or at least you can pay to go and stay somewhere, hide somewhere. God forbid if something happens there and they say you cannot work anymore. Oh, everywhere is shut down, everywhere is closed. There's something wrong happening. Do you have enough money saved? If you're here, you have a family of, let's say, 2, 3, 4, 5 children or whatever. Do you have enough money saved to take care of yourself? Some of you are here, you have 2 or 3 wives. Do you have enough money to take care of them? Do you have enough money for feeding for at least 6 months in case anything, or 1 month in case anything happens? These are questions that if you ask yourself, it will align your focus in this business, because most people are living hand to mouth. And some of you are making a lot of money from the business, but you're not saving anything. You make 500K, oh, Amazon ambassador, you're excited, you spend the money. You make 800K, you spend the money. You make 100, every money you make in the business, you spend everything. Not knowing that every income that you get, there are 2 things involved. Okay, actually 3, actually. There's some money that should be invested back into the business. Whenever you have an income, 3 things should be done with that income. Number 1, there's some money that should be invested, put back into the business that gave that money. Do you understand that? Some money must be put back. You make 1 million naira, for example, it is an offense, a crime to spend 1 million naira. You can't do that. You can't. Because the business that gave you the 1 million naira, how much are you putting back into the business? Some of you've done this for 3, 4 years. You don't have an office space you're running from. You don't have an office space, you are patching with somebody else, or at least a table space. You've not done big events because you are eating all your money. It's wrong. Part of your money must go back into the business. Is it you may be doing adverts to run the business, you may be doing different things, your phone calls, helping teammates and all, but your money must go, at least part of the money must go back into the business. The second thing that must be done is what? Savings. Savings. Let's say you make 1 million naira, for example. You say, okay, I'm going to take out 200,000, 100,000 to put back into the business. For example, it may be more than that. Some people do 50% at different seasons. There's sometimes in your business, you must put more into the business. Sometimes you don't require so much. But if you're building, you should put more. So let's say you say, okay, I made 1 million naira, I'm putting 200K back into the business. I'm touching up my office, making sure my office is beautiful, so that when people come and I tell them they should pay for megabars, they'll know, okay, this man is worthy to collect megabars from me. The second thing you do is savings. So let's say you have earned 1 million, you kept 200K back into the business, running the business, doing adverts and all that. The second thing is you save out of that money. You have 800K left. What do you do? You save. This is not even my topic for today. This is just by the way, okay? But I feel like it's necessary to talk about it. What happens? You save. Now, I'll not tell you the percentage you must save, but it should not be less than 10%. Some people save 30%, some save 40%, some save 10%, some save 50%. But your savings, I know that it should not be less than what? 10%, whatever you're doing. Now, what happens most times is when the money comes, the problems. So you may have income of 1 million and your problem is 2 million naira. But you need to understand that those problems will always be there. So you must save. You can't say, I will save when I have enough money. I will save when I've solved my problem. That's not how wealthy people think. Wealthy people save first, and then they now solve problems later. Do we understand that? So the second thing you must do with your income is what? Save. Minimum of 10%. Minimum of 10%. Some of you log into your GTC and the GTC is telling that you have earned 30 million naira from years over the past 2 years, 3 years. And you're saying, 30 million. Are you sure they are not cheating me? 3 years, I've made this money. Where is the money? It means you should have at least 3 million naira saved somewhere. Saved that you cannot touch. It's for a rainy day. It's not money you're going to go and use and spend. No. 3 million that you cannot even touch, minimum. If you're following me, go to comments and say, I understand. Okay? That's the second thing you do with your income. Now, the third thing, and I hope you guys are writing, because it's very important. Maybe one of these days we'll do a financial literacy class, because that is what's stopping many people here. And then the third thing is now expenses. So you can see there's a hierarchy. Number one, putting money back into the business. Number two, savings. Number three, what? Expenses. But what most people do is that when the income comes, the first thing they do is what? Expenses. That's the first thing. The money comes, they spend. After they spend, then they now say, I've spent the money. I don't have anything left. So, okay, next month, I will save. Next month, I will save. It's been 2 years. You have been telling yourself, next month you save, next month you save. Small problem comes, they call you, your daughter swallowed the shovel. And then you're running around kitty kata kata. You cannot pay hospital bills. Meanwhile, your DTC is showing that you have made some good money from the business. Some of you check your DTC, there's 10 million naira you've made. Alliance says you've made 10 million naira. And you're wondering, where did all the money go? Problem of 50,000 you cannot solve. Do we understand? Okay, you say you understand in the comment section. Good. I'm happy that we're learning. Okay. So let me continue. Let me continue my training. This is not why I'm here. Oh, I don't know how I entered this bush. But anyway, I hope if you're here and you just learned something that will help you, go to the comments and say, I've learned. You know what I just said now, the past 3-4 minutes. You've learned it and you're going to start doing it. Please go to the comments and let me know. Because the problem is not about how much money you earn, it's how much money you keep. And I'm talking like this because I made that mistake before. You know, I made the mistake before where I will make money, I'll eat, make money, eat. And then a little problem will come and I cannot solve it. And I'm in cashing every day. And then I realized I can't be doing that. I can't, you know. So I want you to learn it now before you get to that point. Okay, good. I've learned. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, somebody has even listed it there. Okay. Thank you, Claire. Okay. I like that. She has listed it. Say number one, putting particular money back, save something, and then your expense. Okay. So let's continue with our obsession training. So I'm going to run very fast now. We'll take us on this simple journey. Everybody knows this picture. If you are here in this business, you are in this meeting and you don't know this picture, then you are not a card carrying member of our business. If you're here and you don't know this picture, then you're not a card carrying member of our business. You're just a floor member. You don't have cards. You're not a real Labena Vida member, okay? And this picture, I always keep on showing because this was the foundation of everything. You know, before we started, like, our leader started Own Your Life campaign. Then it was called Own Your Life campaign. They went on a 1 week fasting and prayer. 1 week. They fasted for 1 week before we officially launched it. You know, and so that's why when I heard people saying, my pastor say I should not do the business, I'm like, that's ignorance. Your pastor doesn't understand the business. Because if you know that we prayed before we started the business, God is in this business. So say, oh, my imam says that he doesn't really believe, he doesn't understand the business. You need to take time and educate him so he understands. But anyway, that's not my topic for today. Let me face my front, okay? So this was when we started. The campaign was launched officially. It was launched on the 13th of March, 2016. And we're called Own Your Life campaign then. Such a beautiful name. And I'm going to just do a little analysis. Some of you may have seen it, but some of you may have not. So let's get excited together, okay? So I wrote here, I said, from that picture that you're seeing, some of you may not recognize some people there. I said 12 people are running the business full throttle. Okay, 12 people are running the business full throttle from that picture. If you check that picture, there are well more than 12. There are more than 12 people in the picture, okay? But out of the picture here, only 12 people, meaning that not everybody that started with us is still with us. But Ronke, why now? What happened to the other people? I don't know. Jim Ron says don't sign up for that class. So I'm not going to sign up for that class, okay? And the 12 people who are running it are monthly millionaires. Now, these are not the only people that started the business. So there were other people, but they were not in the picture. But I like using that picture as a reference point, okay? So the 12 of them who are running with the business are monthly millionaires. And the lowest person there earns minimum of 2 million naira. What does it mean? Out of the 12 people that are still running the business full-time in that picture, from that picture alone, right? The lowest person, the person who is the brokest, who doesn't make money, who doesn't make much money from the business, does at least 2 million naira monthly from the business. That's the brokest person. What does that mean? It means that the only way somebody is a failure is when they quit. You're not a failure if you don't succeed at the beginning. You're only a failure if you quit the business. Okay. So let's continue. Let's do the analysis. I love doing the analysis because it always makes me remember where we're coming from. Now, the highest amount of registration then was 252,000 naira. That was 7 accounts. That was the highest income, somebody, highest capital, so somebody could use to start the business. We didn't have 15 accounts then. We didn't have 31 accounts. You guys are even so lucky now. 31 accounts, 15 accounts. Then the highest was 7 accounts, right? And it was 252,000 naira. Okay. So after the launch of the campaign that day, we all went out. This picture, I'll keep on showing this picture, okay? We went for sorry about that. The network threw me out. The network threw me out, but let me use this one now. I'm using my phone. Let me try and connect back. I don't know what's wrong with my network. It's been a bit funny these days. Let me try and connect back. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to sort out the internet, the network problem. Just give me a second. Okay, let me see if I can use another network. Network has been really bad this weekend. Okay, guys, sorry, just give me a second. I'm trying to change my network. Sorry, guys, I'm still working on it. Okay. All right, so I think this is better. So let me know where you stop. What was the last thing I said? I didn't even know when network threw me out at first. So just let me know quickly. What was the last thing? Where did we stop? Was it here? Were we at this slide when the network threw me out? Was it at this slide? Guys, let me know in the comment section. At one point, the network threw us out. Okay, spotlight. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. So this was the evening of the launch. And we're here. We didn't even know what was going to happen going forward. We didn't even know, where the business will take us to another, but that's it. So now let's do another analysis, okay? Okay, good. So let's assume you start a business. How many businesses can you start? 252,000 was the highest we could start with when we started then. And then things have increased. Now we have the privilege of having up to 31 accounts, right? Now, the maximum you can start with this business now is 990,000. And that's mega pack. Nobody can do more than mega pack, except you had ED 2.0 before, and then you now have ED 3.0. That way you can have 54 accounts. But somebody who's just joining now, the maximum they can have is 31 accounts. Okay. So now, what does that mean? It means that between 252,000 to 999,990 is how much somebody can use to start. No employees, no renting of offices. Many of you don't have offices that you're renting. You're just using your upline's office. You're not doing advertising. No special skills. For me, this was very important because in many other professions, if you're not specialized, if you don't know how to do something particular, you will not succeed. You must either go for your master's, higher education, PhD, something. You must have a degree. But in our business, one of the people that are in that picture, Mr. Festus, he was a mechanic. He was a mechanic. And when I say mechanic, I don't mean mechanic that had a workshop and had diagnostic tools. I mean a mechanic, like a roadside mechanic. That's kind of mechanic he was. But right now, he's one of the masterminds of this business. Can you just imagine? So it means that your education background, your reference doesn't really matter in our business. That's the beauty. No connections. And then you can get an income of between 35 million to 250 million in 5 years. How many things can you do legitimately like that? How many businesses can you start legitimately like that? Between 252,000, that was the highest then, and now the highest is 999,000. Let me use myself. Me, I didn't even start with 200 and something thousand. Me, I started with 2 accounts. Then was 36,000 was 1 account. So 36 times 2, that was about 72,000. Yeah, 72,000. So me, when I started, I actually started with 72,000. Yes, it was now later. I now added accounts. But my first registration was what? With 2 accounts. And then I now later added accounts. I had my 7 accounts running, even though I was blocked one way or the other. That's training for another day, right? How many businesses can somebody do? No employees. You're not paying salaries. You're not renting office by yourself. You're not advertising. You don't have special skills. You don't know any godfather, anybody, no connections, nothing. And you can get an income of minimum 35 million to 250 million in 5 years. How many businesses can be done? Now we're going to analyze different businesses one by one, so that we understand why we need to be obsessed in this business. Do we understand? So let's analyze. What are we going to be comparing? We're going to be comparing our business to jobs, normal 9 to 5 jobs, okay? Or in Nigeria, we don't have 9 to 5. Nigeria is 8 to 7, or 8 to 6, or 8 to 9, okay? Now, number 1, jobs. Number 2, traditional businesses. Number 3, investments, okay? Number 4, contracts. Number 5, inheritance. And then number 6, network marketing with La Buena Vida. Okay, so we're going to be comparing it. Okay, but I want to just knock some off. Inheritance, for example, I'm not even going to talk about inheritance, because for you to be waiting for inheritance, it means that your parents are very, 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 very wealthy. And I don't know about you, but there are very few people who have extremely wealthy parents who are going to pass it to them. But even if that happens, have you noticed that people that are very wealthy, they don't die on time? They don't die on time. So you see that inheritance, because I met somebody one time, I was asking him, okay, so what are your plans? He said he's not really interested in network marketing. I'm like, why? What are your plans? Blah, blah, blah. He's a young guy. And I will never forget what he told me. He told me, no, my popsy has some plazas in Abuja. He has plaza here, plaza there in Abuja. And I'm the first son. I'm the only boy. So I know that, I mean, when he dies, I'm going to inherit it. I was shocked. I said, you're a young guy. Your life is on pause. You are planning based on somebody dying. And these people, they don't die. They don't die on time. Hey, they will live, some of them 80-something years. I don't want to mention some names, but there are some people, some wealthy people, they're 80-something, they're still alive. 80 something, 70 something, 90, they are not going, and they can hear, they can see. They're okay, they're alive. So if you are here and your hope is that my father is a multi and you're waiting for that, you may even die before him, because some of these people, they are burying their children, as in they're still alive. So I'm going to knock off inheritance. I don't believe there's anybody here who is waiting for that. I'm going to just take that out of the picture. And then I'm going to take investments out. Why is that? Because for you to earn a lot of money from investments, and also if your prayer is that your wealthy parents will pass so that you can inherit their property, it's a bad prayer, because it means that one day when you have children, they will also pray that you pass. So I'm not even going to talk about inheritance. I won't talk about that. So let's look at investments. Okay, let's talk about investments. For you to have an investment that is paying you millions of naira, that is paying you at least 35 million to 100 and something million in the next 5 years, you must have put a lot of what? Capital. You must have invested a lot. Any investment that will pay you 1 million naira, I mean, the safest investment right now with the bank is treasury bills. Now you put money in treasury bills, they take it for like a year, the banks take it for a year, and then they pay you an upfront commission, right? Treasury bills before was as high as 10%, 12%. But right now, you are seeing 3%, 4%. If you see 5%, 6%, you are very lucky. It has gone down. So I'm not going to talk about that, because for you to have that, it means you must have a lot of money. So let's analyze the regular ones: jobs, traditional business, contracts, and then we'll talk about network marketing with La Buena Vida, okay? So let's start with jobs and employment. I'm going to be very, very fair today. I'm going to be talking about both advantages and disadvantages. No, not challenges. Advantages and challenges. What are the pros and what are the cons? So we're not going to be one-sided today. We're going to talk about everything, both the pros of jobs and the cons of jobs. Everything, we'll talk about it today, so that we can understand why we need to channel our energy somewhere that is more productive. Do we understand that? Somebody says Queen Elizabeth is still alive, though. Queen Elizabeth is still alive, and she's not going. I don't see her going anywhere anytime soon. Do you see that picture of her recently? She was cutting her birthday cake, holding sword, cutting cake. She was. I heard her speak recently. Her speaking is clear. She has a sound mind. As in, her speaking is clear. Her son, anyway, he's waiting to be king. Let me just face my front, okay? So let's analyze the advantages of having a job. Employment. Number one is you have security. Look at the left-hand side. Number one is what? Security. Is that not so? 100% you have security. Meaning that no matter what happens, no matter how bad things are, you know that end of the month, I'll get paid. Okay, that's fine. You earn a living, you can pay your bills. And then it is always there. It is stable. Pension. Although, well, not everybody has pension these days, but some people have pension, okay? So it can satisfy your needs, okay? Health insurance, well, government agencies do that anyway. Save, you can save for capital. No need to think out of the box. You're not thinking out of the box. You're not thinking, you don't have to think too much, okay? You're told what to do. This is very easy. And then you get respect from people. People respect you. If you go on Facebook and you write, oh, I just got a new job, you can get like 100 people telling you, congratulations, well done, we're proud of you. Also, I said my slide is no, my slide is moving now. We're talking about jobs and employment. Can you see that on your slide, on your screen? Please let me know quickly. Can you see it? Someone said my slide is not moving. Maybe it's on your end because it's showing here. Okay, fantastic. So let's continue. So I'm talking about jobs now. I'm talking about jobs, okay? So you have respect from people. You go on Facebook and you go and say, I just got a job, or I got a new job. 100 people are telling you, congratulations, well done, I'm proud of you. Oh, nice one. But if you go on Facebook and go and type, oh, I just started a new business, 10 people, you only have 10 comments, 10 likes. What does that mean? People respect jobs more, okay? And then you have access to loan most times. When you have a stable salary, you can go and get a loan. They'll be deducting it from your salary. Those are advantages. But let's look at the challenges involved in being obsessed with just a job, okay? What happens? You can be sacked at any time. You can be sacked. Some of you, your prayer point is, God, let them not sack me. And I've been there before where I'm like, if my boss is angry with me, I'm, hey, God, oh, this month, the month that they will sack me. You can be sacked at any time. Your salary can be reduced at any time due to economic issues. Your boss can come and say, we have to reduce your salary by 50% because the way the country is going, we don't understand it. Our clients are not really coming. And then your salary is slashed by half. Intimidation and insults. Are we following? Intimidation and insults, harassment. We've seen lots of people, both even female and males, sexually harassed in offices. If you don't do this, I will not promote you. If you don't do this, I will not do that. If you don't do, it's very sad. Harassment or insult. Somebody who is younger than you is insulting you, but you cannot talk because the person is paying you salary. Deprived promotion, office politics. I don't know about you, but me, I hate politics, plain politics. I don't know how to be smiling with somebody that I don't really like because I want them to promote me or something. No. That's why I like Labuena Vida. You choose who you want to work with. You choose, you decide, oh, this person, I want to work with them. I want to prospect them. The choice is in your hands. You choose who you work with. Some people have been deprived promotion. Some people have worked, you're supposed to have been promoted 3-4 years ago in your office. There's step 8, step 9, 10, and all that, but they've not promoted you. Salary is never enough. It is time demanding. You're not in control of your time. You cannot hit or exhibit your full potential. Fixed income irrespective of what efforts. Dreams are on hold. You are building somebody else's dream. Your boss does not care about you. I always say this in dream presentation. If you die today before your burial, they have replaced you. Overtaking is not allowed. What are the chances that a director today can come and then overtake the PAMSEC? Chances are very, very low. If 100 people enter civil service at the same time, what are the chances that the 100 of them will become PAMSEC? The chance is 0%. Because 100 people cannot be PAMSEC in a parastatal organization at the same time. Only one person at the point. So it means that the chances that they will become PAMSEC is 1%. Meaning that the chances that 100 of them will be just 1%, only 1 out of 100. So the competition is so high. But in our business, overtaking is allowed. You can start today and overtake those that were there before you. Whoever is your upline, you can actually overtake them. And then the most painful one, your children cannot inherit your job. Your children cannot inherit your job. It's not possible. Even if you were the director, the CEO, the whatever, your children cannot inherit your job because it's a job. Do you understand? So these are some of the advantages and challenges. If you're learning, go to the comments and say, I'm learning, okay? Because most times, people don't do this analysis, they don't do this comparison. That is why they are not as serious as they are supposed to, okay? So let's go somewhere else. Okay, fantastic. So let's move to the next one, traditional businesses, okay? Let's do our comparison in the traditional business space. So let's look at the left-hand side. Let me see if I can do something. Okay, good. Because I want us to focus on the left. I'll bring the right back later, okay? So what are the advantages? Daily payouts. You have a traditional business, you have a supermarket, you are selling water, you are selling food, you are selling things. Every day, people are coming to your shop, they are buying, you are getting cash every day, right? So there's daily payouts. Independence. You don't have to depend on anybody, you are doing things by yourself. Quick decision-making. You think of something, you can implement it. You don't have to start asking, oh, God, boss, can I do this? Can I implement this? Can I do? No. You think of something, you implement it. Okay, so quick decision-making. Next one is what you have time to expand. You can expand. You have enough time on your hands because you're home, so you can expand whatever you want to do. Okay, your kids can inherit it. Very fantastic. You have a business. You are selling bags, selling shoes, selling whatever. Your children can actually inherit the business from where you stopped. Okay, and then you have some level of financial freedom. You can actually create a level of financial freedom in a traditional business. Are you following? You can actually create financial freedom there. You plan yourself. You have financial freedom. You have time freedom as well. Okay, you can show and exhibit your full potential. Do you understand? Because you're the boss, so you can do what you want. And then finally, you are the boss. So these are some fantastic advantages of having traditional businesses. You know, you are buying and selling, you have a hospital somewhere, you have a business you're doing, and you are the boss, you're the leader of that business. Here are some very, very good advantages. But now let's talk about the cons, the challenges involved. Okay, what are some of the challenges that are involved that you're going to face? Okay, so look at the right-hand side. Let me extend the screen. Number one is what? Capital intensive. Capital intensive. You want to go and open a shop today, right? Open a store and all that. It's capital intensive. You need to gather money for rent. And Nigeria is not like other countries. Other countries, they pay rent per month. Nigeria, they collect rent per year. So you cannot say I don't have much. So you must have bulk money to pay for the rent for that your shop, for that your hospital, or wherever you want to do. You are saying you want to start selling cars and all that. You need to pay for a showroom. So you pay up. So it's capital intensive. Number two, you can go bankrupt. We're on the right-hand side now. On the right-hand side, we're looking at the challenges of traditional businesses. You can go what? Bankrupt. You can go into debt. Why? Because by the time you've collected money, you've gone into, opened a very, very big shop where you're selling from and all that. After that, you've gone to go and buy goods to fill up the shop. You cannot open a shop and the shop is empty. You fill up the shop, stop the shop, you design everything. At the end of the day, if you're unable to make money from that shop, guess what happens? You can go bankrupt. You can get into serious debt. And I'm going to make a side note, and that's why I don't encourage people to go and collect loan to open offices. I've never encouraged that, even in our business. Wait until you grow. You have grown, your teammates have grown, your income has grown to the point where you can open an office, then you can rent an office. I don't believe in you going to go and borrow money from the bank or whatever, because you want to open. If you're not sure of what you're doing, you can collect money to maybe add up. For example, it will cost you, let's say, 600,000 to do everything, pay your rent, set up the office and all that, and you're sure that your income is already growing. You can maybe take maybe 200K or so, because your income can actually pay back the loan easily. But not when your income is just 150,000 naira. You go and take a loan of 2 million naira, 3 million naira, because you want to set up an office. I don't think that is wise. And I'm just saying that as a side note. It is not wise. Okay. So let's continue the challenge. Number 3, no work, no food. No work, no food. There's no leverage here, because it's what you sell, it's your activity, your action that will bring the income to you. So if you don't work, business is tied to you. The business is tied to you. There are some offices you go to. This happens for consultants. You're a doctor, for example, your patients know you. Okay, it's you that they know. They come to the hospital, they don't see you, they will leave the hospital because they want you to treat them. It means that your business is tied to you. Some traditional business, if you're not around, or you are selling something, the day you don't go to your shop, your boys will tell you, "Oga, we did not sell anything today, madam, we did not sell anything today." Meanwhile, they sold. And then guess what? You lose money. Economic situations can affect you negatively. Government policies. Some people were making money during the former government that was in Nigeria. Now that a new government has come, they're no longer making money. So your business is like this. Taxation. And that's one of the benefits of La Buena Vida. We pay our own tax, but we have a lot of tax benefits. It's not as high as some other businesses. So taxation is there. Full risk on you. Stressful, can be very stressful. Low patronage most times. Friends and family will owe you. You have a traditional business, and that's why I love La Buena Vida. Somebody wants to register, pay to Alliance accounts. You pay your money. You cannot come and pay 10K and say, "Oh, you say, okay, register me Megaverse. I will pay you later." No, it's not like that. That's why I like La Buena Vida. Your friends cannot owe you here. Do you understand? They want to join, they pay the money to join. When they don't have the money, they leave it. When they have the money, they pay. Unlike some businesses that you have, someone will come to your shop, give me your shoe, give me your bag. Okay, bro, let me just carry this car. I'll pay you later. And that later will never come. And when you start asking for your money back, you look like the bad person. That's the truth. And then guess what happens to you again? Growth is limited. There's competition, a lot of competition. For me, that's one of the biggest things. You start selling kunu aya today. You have a special ingredient you are putting in the kunu. You are making money. You are supplying to Chicken Republic and other things. All of a sudden, 2 weeks, everybody's selling that same kunu aya. Your price was 1,000. Because everybody's now selling it, you have to drop your price to 600 naira. And before you know it, you don't have much profit again. Competition. You raise and you train your competition. Those who are working with you in your office, your staff that are working for you, you are training them. And after they have learned what they want to learn, they will leave you and go and open the same business you are doing. It's so sad. You are selling electronics, for example. The people that are working for you in your store, you are training them. You are supposed to train them so that one day you can let go, one day you can rest and they'll run it and you'll be making money. But what will they do? The moment they have learned how to get your supplier, they know who your supplier is, they know who your customers are. What happens? After a while, they'll leave your shop. They'll say, please settle us. They will leave your shop. And they'll go and open the same electronic shop near your own shop. And they will call your customers. They know your supplier, they know your customers. You now start afresh. So you are constantly training people that will compete against you. You have a handwork. You have doctors who are under your care. You have a hospital. You are doing very well. You have lots of doctors. They are learning from you. The moment they know what you are doing, they will leave. And the painful thing is that they will now go and charge your clients less than what you're charging. And Nigerians are not loyal. Nigerians, most of us don't have the sense of customer loyalty. If I was making, let me say my lashes now, I made my lashes 20K. If let's say the girl calls me and say, "Madam, I'm no longer with that my former madam. Come to my new shop. I can make your lashes for you for 15K. Number one, she's the one that's been making the lashes for me. And now she wants to charge me 15K. What will I do? I will go there. Except the owner is my friend. I'm just being very honest with you. And all of us are like that. Except the owner is my friend. And I'll now say, this your girl wants to cheat you. But if the owner is not my friend, I will collect my 15K and go there and make my lashes and I'll be happy. That is the thing about traditional businesses. And then there's no automatic growth most times over time. Do you understand that? Those are the disadvantages. Now let's move to the next one. Okay, contracts. I need to rush up now. We have 8 minutes more. Big contracts. Okay, and this one is I had to talk about this because it's very, very, very possible. You get a government contract. Oh, sorry, you get a government contract to supply, I don't know, maybe supply uniforms for all the schools in your state. Wow, all the government schools in your state. Or they say you should supply uniforms, supply tables, supply school equipment for all the uniforms, all the what they call it, the schools in your state. You can do that and you're going to make a lot of money. Or they tell you to build one road. There's a community somewhere, build road from here to here. Wow, a lot of money is involved. So what are the big advantages of having big contracts? Because for some people, that's what they depend their income on, contracts. If I get contracts, I'm doing well. If I get a contract, everything is fine. Okay, future can be changed. Your life can totally change. You can get a contract today that will totally change everything about you. Totally change your business, totally change your family's life. You can get a contract of 200 million, 300 million today. Hey, you are settled. Straight up, you carry all your children to go and school in the UK. You move them from the school they are in, strike today, strike tomorrow. You send all of them to go and school in the UK. You change your house, change your life will totally change. You can be settled for life if you plan well. Here, you can get a big contract, and if you plan that the money from that contract very well, you can be settled for life. You can see I'm being very honest today, right? Political connections. You're getting big contracts and you are meeting people politically, you are getting connected and all that. Those are big advantages. Self-actualization. Okay, you hit your dreams. You have enough savings. If you plan very well, like I said, you can have enough savings. You have access to huge loans. Banks like to give money to those that already have money, right? And then exposure to opportunities. You have opportunities left, right, and center because you're having those big contracts. So these are some big advantages of having contracts and all of that. It sounds fantastic, Abby. Yes. So let's move to the next one. So what are the cons? What are some of the challenges that may be faced? Okay, what are the challenges? We've spoken about the advantages. Now let's talk about the challenges that people face most times when they have contracts and all of that. Okay, when they have, because some people, they have a big contract today, tomorrow, 2, 3, 4 years, another one will not come. It happens to most people in Nigeria. So what are the challenges? Number one, lack of continuity. One of the most painful things that can happen to you in Nigeria is that somebody gives you a contract, a government. You are doing a contract for a particular government, and then another government comes. That's the end. That's the end. They don't continue. I have a very close family relation of mine. He got a contract with a particular state government, and everything was going well. The whole family was happy. Hey, we don't blow, we don't hammer. And he was doing it, going to the state every time, stayed there for like 1 month, supplying, doing everything he needed to do. And then we just woke up one day and they declared that that governor is not the real governor. They brought another person from nowhere. The person who was there before one election, fair and square, but you know how Nigeria is. They just brought, from nowhere, they brought somebody else. And we just woke up one day and the guy, and that's how the contract and everything gone. No continuity, lack of continuity. It's not sustainable. What are the chances that every time you keep on getting government changes of policies, especially in Nigeria, and then you can be easily scammed? That's the truth. Someone will say, oh, come and pay this money to get this contract. 10 of you are bidding for the contract. 10 of you pay. There's only one person they'll give. What will you say? When you offer bribe, you cannot go and say, oh, I bribed this person. They will deny you because most times those bribes are in cash. You pay cash for it. Go and hear stories on the internet. It's so sad. You can get into debt. They'll tell you, this contract is 500 million. Go and do the contract first. Spend your money. You finish spending your money before they pay you. Prayer for another day. If you get what I'm saying, go to the comments and say, I get it. Okay? It's happening. I did not mention any state, I didn't mention any state, please. High risk failure. There's a high risk that it may not go well. Because how do you explain the fact that you're supposed to do a particular contract for a certain amount, and then at the end of the day, the amount you're actually quoting, you cannot use that whole money because you have to settle. Do you understand that? It is difficult to get. Yes, contracts are fantastic, but what are the chances that you don't have any connection, you don't know anybody? What are the chances that somebody will give you a contract? They only give the people that they know. They are we. Except you are highly specialized, except you're the only one that can supply or do that thing. That's when they'll give you a stranger. Most times, it's not that you bid, you just you go there with normal eye. You just go and bid and you just get it. How? So it's very hard to get. Very hard to get. Do you understand that? And then settlementocracy. It was you guys that taught me this one. Settlementocracy. That's a word that I don't know if it's in any other country, but it's only Nigeria. Settle, where you have to settle people. You must settle. Oh my goodness. Not every time, but 90% chance that you have to settle somebody to get that job. Change of government is a change of contract payment. This government said they'll pay you. A new government has come. We do not know you. We will not pay you. Finish. It can be very frustrating. You can go through sexual harassment. Yes, you can be harassed. A woman, they'll tell you, oh, before we give you that contract, come to my hotel room at 9 p.m. in the night, and then we'll have a conversation, and then we'll take it up from there. Why will you do that? Sexual harassment. A lot of people have been sexually harassed because they are going to go and bid for one contract, going to try and get one job. And the thing is that it has nothing to do with whether you are qualified or not. They may know that you are qualified. You may be qualified to do the job. You may be qualified to get that contract. But if you don't settle, if you don't do something, you may not get it. Bureaucracy, bottlenecks. So many bottlenecks, especially in Nigeria, so many bottlenecks. You must pass from one director to the other director, assistant director, deputy director, before it gets to the main person, before it gets to the, hey God, so many bottlenecks. Inflation of contract material. As at when you were bidding for the contract, it was going to cost you 100 million to do the contract. Now, that was when dollar was 587, or let's say 550. Now it's time for you to do the contract. Dollar is now 589. How will you do it? The extra 40 naira, who will pay for it? Guess what? You're going to lose. And then your children cannot inherit that contract. Yes, men also get sexually harassed. Men and women. It's not a one-sided thing. Okay? But it's mainly women, but some men actually get harassed as well. So now, these are the pros and cons. I'm happy that we say we're getting it. Okay? We're getting it. So now let us focus on our own La Buena Vida. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What are some of the challenges and what are the advantages? Okay? I'm going to start from the advantages like I always do. Daily payout. Now, let me just backtrack a bit and mention something. Let me backtrack and mention something, okay? When I was talking about traditional businesses, I mentioned the fact that you are training your competition. It means that somebody that you train today, tomorrow, they will start a business like your own and they will take your customers from you. But in our own business, your teammates, your downlines who you are training, your leaders who you are training, guess what? They cannot take over your business from you. They will just be doing their own business. So as you train them and they're making more money, guess what? It will be better for you. So that's a very, very big advantage. I had to just throw that in there. That we are happy, we are willing to train you people, and we want our downlines to succeed. Why? Because as they are succeeding, to also affect our own success as well. Okay? So I just thought to throw that side notes. Someone say my slide is not, you like slides too much. Okay, the slide is showing now. So what are the advantages? Daily payouts, number one. So we're now talking about our network marketing with La Buena Vida. Daily payouts, number one. Financial freedom, time freedom, and health freedom. These are things that can be achieved. Residual income. Residual income. Very important. For me, that's one of the benefits of the business. The fact that you can earn money from not just your effort alone. You are leveraging. It is transferable to your children. Are you aware that, God forbid, if you die today, your children can inherit the money? Your children can keep on earning from your DTC. Are you aware? That's beautiful. It gives you what? Leverage. Leverage. If you're making money just from your effort, your strength, some of you are very smart, you are very skilled, but you get tired. What happens when you are tired? What happens to you? Transferable to your children. It gives you leverage. It makes you apply yourself. You discover your potential. Many of you here are presenters. Many of you here are presenters. And before you joined La Buena Vida, you were not a presenter. You couldn't do public speaking. You could not stand and talk to strangers. You couldn't do all that. But right now, you are doing it. So it makes you apply yourself, okay? And it just makes you discover your potential. Some of you are trainers. Some of you sit your people down, you train them, and they say, wow, that training was fantastic. And you're like, are you serious? You can't even believe you're the one that is training people and they're learning so much. You are the boss of your own here. You have financial security, multiple international vacations, personal development. For me, one of the biggest benefits of La Buena Vida is not even the money you make, but the person that you become. You're developed. Your friends that you used to hang out with, when you go and start talking to them now, you guys are talking differently. Your conversations are different. Are you following? Minimal risk, because you're getting your products back. You put in money, you get products back. And the risk is because the money you are paying for is just what you're using to register. Nobody's saying as you are joining now, you must pay for office space. No, that's the beauty. Low startup capital. Okay, low startup capital. You can live your dreams in this business. The things you want to achieve can be achieved. Everything you wish to achieve from the business, other people have achieved it. So it means it can happen for you. That's the beauty. Those who are ahead of you, they are doing what you want to do. It can actually happen for you as well. I'm so excited about this particular one. It cannot be replaced by robots of technology. Many jobs that are currently going on, a robot, a technology or something, an application can actually take over that job. You're an accountant, you are doing your work and all that. A robot, an application somewhere can actually take over that job that you're doing. But here, I mean, network marketing, no robot can come and tell me, Ronke, buy this phone. Or Ronke, buy this cream, buy this toothpaste, it worked for me. Duh. So these are one of the few businesses that robots and technology cannot take over. You're not competing. You're not competing with your plan. And if you're here and you think you're dragging your downline, you're not dragging your downline, please. You're not competing with them. They do well, you do well as well. So don't be upset. Sometimes your downline may do better than you. Don't be upset with them. Don't be angry with them. Don't fight them. Encourage them, push them, because whatever you do, at least you benefit, you benefit a bit. So you're not in competition with them. You are celebrated here. I love the awards. Some of you, where you have worked for 15 years, nobody has given you one placard, certificate. But here you work hard, you are celebrated. You are every month we celebrate and we award people. You are celebrated. Overtaking is allowed here. I love it. Overtaking is allowed. What are the chances that you are working for somebody and you can make more money than them? Hello, is it not them that are paying you? It's not possible. But here overtaking is allowed. You meet new people every day and you create relationships. You meet new people and you create relationships. The people that have met people here, they have gotten married. They've met people who have helped them in different aspects. My closest friends are La Buena Vida people. And then no education required. For me, that's one of the biggest blessings. No education required. You can come in here, you don't have a PhD and you do well. You someone that has a PhD and they are not doing as well as somebody that has a BSc or someone that doesn't have school cert. Why? Because the person with a PhD probably thinks, I know too well, I have a PhD in marketing, but it doesn't work that way. And then no overhead costs. So here are some of the advantages of La Buena Vida. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you're going to face. Okay? Oh, let me go back and share what are some of the challenges, because if we share advantage, we must also share what challenges as well. My screen is coming up now. I wanted to just post the challenges for us. Okay, good. So what are some of the challenges? Okay, is my screen showing now? Let me know. Is my screen showing now? I'm sharing my screen. Fantastic. So let's continue. What are some of the challenges? We're going to be wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. Just follow me closely. What are some of the challenges? Number one, temporary rejection from family and friends. Temporary rejection from who? Family and friends. This one is the number one. Eric Worre says you have to endure a temporary lack of social esteem from ignorant people. A temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. We're recording this. This meeting is being recorded, so you can listen to it every day. Whenever you get discouraged, go and listen to this video. Okay, rejection. Now, you can see here, I wrote temporary. Because two things are going to happen. At the beginning of the business, you're going to be rejected. Everybody has faced rejection. But the good thing is that when you eventually succeed, those family and friends that once rejected you and once told you, oh, it will not work, blah, 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 they will begin to celebrate you. They'll begin to say, wow, well done. Hey, you are doing well now. Oh, that's awesome. They'll begin to say, I know him when he started now. I know him. I was among their first downlines. That's why it's a temporary thing. So you cannot allow a temporary rejection affect you. Number two, I said, it's the most rejected and emotional business in the world. You know me, I'm very fair, but I don't used to lie. I will say the truth. Network marketing is one of the most rejected businesses and emotional businesses in the world. But it's also one of the most fulfilling. What does that mean? Because most people don't understand it. If you are selling food, your rejection will not be so much. If you are selling televisions, electronics, your rejection will not be so much. If you are selling cars, rejection will not be so much. If you're into IT, you're doing electricity or whatever, your rejection will not be so much, right? You make hair, your rejection is not much. But when you're doing network marketing, your rejection is high. But like I said at the beginning, guess what? It is temporary. But the good thing that La Buena Vida has done is that the rejection is still there. But because we have lots of success stories now, it has reduced drastically. Because there are so many success stories that are going on. You have doubt. Number three, you have doubt and you're tempted to quit. Even me, I've been tempted to quit before, a couple of times. If I'd have even quit before, I've quit before. I say, I'm not doing a beg. What kind of rubbish is this? Now someone be talking to me anyhow because I'm trying to invite him, just talking to me anyhow. Blah, 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 blah. And after I quit, I started asking myself questions. Ronke, now that you have quit this business, the vacation you say you want to carry your parents on, which business will give you money for that vacation? Okay, now that you have quit, you want to go and carry your CV and go and look for a job. Okay, now that you have quit, you want to go and do business. Which capital? By the time I finish speaking sense, asking myself questions, and that's why I took my time to show you all your previous ones. I started analyzing what can I do that will give me what Alliance can give me. I said, no, I woke up, I unquit myself. So you'll be tempted once in a while. Deception from prospects. The prospect will tell you, I'm coming to pay tomorrow. I swear, I say, tomorrow I will pay. Oh, in fact, I'm in the bank now. There's a guy that told me that he's in the bank. He's making his transfer. That was about some years ago. Up to now, he has still not made that transfer. He's in the bank. He's still in the bank up to now. It can be time consuming sometimes. When you have to attend trainings and all, it can be time consuming. Sometimes you may have low self-esteem because somebody that on a normal day you will not talk to, now you're inviting them, they're telling you I'm not interested. You're like, it may affect your esteem. If your esteem is not high normally, it may affect you a bit. But after a while, everything comes back. Fear, there's fear. Fear of the unknown. What if I don't succeed? What if I don't grow? Am I wasting my time? What if it doesn't work out for me? What if I don't become successful like Mr. Chidi? What if I don't become something like that person? What if I don't buy my white car? What if I cannot travel abroad? What if? Fears are always there. But should I shock you? Every business in the world has its fears. So that's normal. You can get discouraged sometimes easily. You may spend your money on data and airtime. Someone may say maybe capital intensive. You are spending money on data, airtime. I don't see how that is capital intensive because if you spend money on data for your Instagram and your Facebook and your Netflix. So it's still the same thing. But let's put it there. Anyway, data, calls, money for calls. Okay, yes, you're going to spend money on calls, making of calls. You are doing follow-up, talk to somebody for 20 minutes. After everything, they'll tell you, I'll get back to you. Hey, uncle, what happened to my 20 minutes of airtime? So it's there. Sacrifice. You have to sacrifice sometimes at the beginning. Sometimes at the beginning, you have to sacrifice your social life at the beginning. Not totally, but a bit of it. If you have a meeting every before you join the business, every week, you hang out with your friends, 6 o'clock on Saturday. You guys go and hang out, you go and chill, you enjoy yourselves. But now they tell you Saturday, you're supposed to present by 6 o'clock. What happens? You sacrifice that. So there's some sacrifice that must be made. Low sign up sometimes from your close friends, your close associates. They say they'll join, they don't join immediately. Now wow, what's happening? Low sign up. Attrition. Some people join the business and they quit. They join, they quit. Some people quit. Someone that told you, madam, as I'm joining your business, I will overtake you. I will go to the top. I will even overtake Ambassador Michael Okoli. I will shake Iniko. And then 2 weeks later, bros, you are still on week 1 or you've not done your week 1 assignment. You know, they've quit the business. They've stopped attending some meetings. They've stopped attending everything. So concerning attrition, I want us to go back today. Go back to those who used to attend summits, who used to attend trainings, who were active. Go back and call them and get them to join the business again. Get them to come back and do the business. Because attrition will always be there, but you can actually mitigate it. Some people will tell you, is it not scam? Are you not a fraudster? Are you not doing a scam business? Are you sure it's real? I beg. You hear it. In fact, if somebody has not told you it's not scam, you've not started follow-up. You know you must hear it. You hear it. It's normal. Okay? Why is that? Because some people have done network marketing and they have given it a bad name. Some people will tell people, come and pay 1 million. Don't convince, don't do anything. Don't invite, don't do anything. We'll be giving you back money. That's scam. That's what I call a scam. So please, if you're one of people here that are giving us a bad name, stop it. You must be honest with people. Let them know they have to connect. They have to invite their friends. They have to do that. There's work involved. Because if you tell somebody, one of the reasons why some people quit network marketing is false expectations. But if they already know that, okay, as I'm joining, I have to draw my 15 name list, I have to invite, I have to do home launch, I have to do this. They're already prepared ahead of time to do it. Unlike if somebody tells them, oh, they will not do anything. So it's there as well. Delayed gratification, underpayment at first. At the beginning, you may be underpaid. At the beginning of network marketing, you may be underpaid. But guess what? Later, you'll be overpaid. At the beginning, you're working a lot, work, get paid small, work, get paid small, work, get paid. You're going to get to a point where you're going to get paid, and your work is less. No social life sometimes. No social life, sacrifice. For me, at the beginning, I was even asking myself, are you sure I'm going to find husband? The way my whole life, I sleep, I breathe, I eat, everything, like Buena Vida, network marketing. That was my life. My life was from the house, I go to office, church, house, office, church, house, office, church, house. I did not have any social, I wasn't going out, I was hardly hanging out. It was just this business. And they stopped inviting me because Saturday, when they say, Ronke, come for wedding, I have presentation, I have events. Sunday, let's hang out, I have presentation, I have events. Oh yeah, in the evening, I'm doing personal development. I was hardly ever around. Oh, I'm in church, I'm doing personal development. So sometimes you may not have a social life, but guess what? I tell people, which one will you prefer? To sacrifice watching football now, sacrifice some social life now, and then in the future, you can have social life whenever you want to. In the future, you can travel. Imagine what happened at my 30th birthday. I traveled to Dubai with my friends. It was a fantastic experience. But at the beginning, we had to sacrifice many hangouts. Team 247, they just came back from Jordan. At the beginning, they had to sacrifice a lot of things, but right now they're able to travel. And then sometimes you may not have enough capital to operate. So here are some of the challenges that are there. But the question I'm going to ask is that everything has advantages and disadvantages. Everything has advantages and challenges. But which one will you say, okay, I'd rather focus on these advantages, focus on these challenges, and I'll get a better result? It's La Buena Vida. As far as I'm concerned, it's La Buena Vida. Because rejection is in every business. Attrition is in every business. Fears are in every, but here you do that, okay, there is residual income. I don't have to start again. The people who I'm training, who I'm mentoring and coaching, they will not one day come and take over my business. As they do well, I'll do well as well. So these are the reasons why you need to take this business very, very serious. I know I'm taking much more time today in some meeting, but I need to understand that. Thank you for that. Pay now and play later. Okay? Fantastic. So let's continue. I had other things, another training I wanted to do, but I'll just stop it here for today. And I'm going to start by asking, does it pay to be obsessed with La Buena Vida? Go to comments and let me know. In the long run and short run, does it pay to be obsessed with La Buena Vida? It does. It pays at the end of the day. So why not you take it very, very serious? And what does obsession mean? Okay. When you're obsessed, what are the things you're going to do? Number one, you're going to be prospecting every day. Number one, you're going to be doing what? Prospecting every day. If you're obsessed, you'll be involved in daily prospecting. Daily what? Invitations. If you're obsessed about the business. Daily what? Presentations. Do we understand that? Obsession means you're involved in daily prospecting, daily presenting, daily invitations, daily follow-up. Today, how many new friends have you made? By let's say 9 p.m. in the night, when you're about to sleep or whatever, ask yourself, how many friends have I made? How many people have I prospected? How many questionnaires did I share? How many people did I invite? How many people did I present to? One-on-one presentations, using booklets, using presentation video. How many people do I follow up? Most times we present, we invite, we don't do our follow-up. Mentoring new people daily. People are joining your business. What are you doing? Are they joining your week 1, your week 2, your week 3? Are they doing their list and all that? Daily development, very important. If you're doing all these things daily, you know you're good to go. Do you understand? And record keeping and KPI, that's what I want to talk about. Record keeping. Most times we do not keep record. I was guilty about this at the beginning. You don't keep record. You invited 50 people, only 20 came. What happened? The remaining 30, what happened? But if you don't even have that data to check how many are invited, how many came, what will happen to you? So record keeping and KPI is very important. KPI means key performance index, okay? And then you repeat the process. You repeat the process, prospecting, inviting, presenting, follow-up, mentoring daily, development daily, record keeping daily. So this must be repeated. If you're repeating all these things, not that you are doing one or two, if you're repeating it daily, then you know that you're actually obsessed about the business. Do we understand that? Now, the truth is that right now, you are currently writing your story. Whatever you're doing now, you are writing your story. You're writing your story. In the future, will you be proud of the story you're currently writing? Everybody's journey is different. One day, you're going to tell your story. Everybody's journey is different. I want you to understand that. Don't look at somebody and say, the way this person is growing, why is my own not like that? Everybody's journey is different. You may eventually overtake that person. Do we understand that? Very simple. Okay? Now, how do you approach people? Prospecting daily. I always talk about it. If you ask me, my best skill in network marketing that really helped me was prospecting daily, meeting new people, because I didn't have friends and there was no Zoom then. So everything is belly to belly, physical meetings. So how does it happen? You go to a wedding, you go for a reception, you go to church, you go to mosque, you go to the gym or whatever. You meet somebody, you just start gisting with them. Make a compliment. Oh, I like your hair. I like your shoe. I like your bag. Oh, is that the new iPhone? I like that phone. I like this. I like that. Give them a compliment. Talk about something. Talk about if you're in the gym. Talk about the equipment. Talk about, oh, I've been trying to lose weight. It's not even working. I don't know what I'm going to do. Just talk about something. Find someone that can connect the both of you, common interest. As you start talking with them, begin to just ask them questions. Tell them about yourself. Let them tell you about themselves. And before you know, you collect their numbers. Oh, give me your number. I like making new friends. Oh, give me your number. Maybe I'll sew my clothes to you since the person tells you they're a tailor. Oh, give me your number. Maybe I'll buy it from you. Just give me your number. I like making new friends. And guess what? After a while, you're chatting with them. You invite them for the business. It's that simple. You send them recommendation SMS. And that way they are saying, oh, my friend Kunle invited me. My friend Tosi invited me. Those are the simple ways that it can be done. Or you can say, okay, Ambassador, okay, I don't have time for making friends. I don't have time. I want to just invite them straight. Carry questionnaire. You go there, you share questionnaire with them. How do you share questionnaire? Give it to somebody. Then, oh, how are you doing? Oh, I'm from the Century 21 Freedom. We are carrying out a survey. We're carrying out a simple survey. You give them the questionnaire to know whether people would rather work for themselves, have their own businesses, or have a good paying job. Please take out 2 minutes and help me fill out this questionnaire. Simple, straight up. They fill the questionnaire. At the end of the questionnaire, there's a place for name, number, and all that, and they give it to you. And then you can call and invite them for a meeting. But you must be doing these things every day of the business, okay? This was when we launched La Buena Vida. I showed you when we launched Own Your Life campaign. This is how we launched La Buena Vida. You are writing your story. It doesn't matter at what point you join us. The most important thing that you got started and you know that you're writing your own story, okay? So I'm going to end by giving some announcements. Let me stop recording here.